In today's video, we are going to go over the latest update that Intellivision had made on the Republic investment site. Now, a lot of people have said they haven't had any updates for the last 3 months, but it's been more like the last 5 months, because the last update they had was just about the Utah event, and it wasn't since August that they actually provided any type of update on the progress of the system itself. So these updates should be a bit detailed, because these folks have invested tens of thousands of dollars into your company, and they are in the dark of where this is, because it's supposed to be released already. You would think at this point they would have some concrete details on the status of the hardware, when this is going to be launched, how far along they are. So let's take a look at this update. So he says, "We hope everyone had an amazing Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa holiday, as well as a safe and happy new year with family and friends. As 2022 begins, we want to provide you with a plethora." You can definitely tell that Tommy wrote this, because no one would use a plethora, like the word plethora, in a sentence like this, because he's trying to over-exaggerate or oversell it, I guess is the word. A plethora of information updates that occurred during Q4 of 2021 as we continue to work hard to get the Amico to market. Although 2021 was a very challenging year due to continued manufacturing, component pricing, scarcity, shipping, and supply chain issues, we are doing everything we can to navigate these unprecedented times while the entire team continues to push hard every day to build the best possible products. That was pretty much the same update they gave the last time, like 5 months ago, so I would assume below they will have an update on what they have done to deal with this, because other companies have already made hardware revisions, such as Playdate, and I think the RetroTink, a couple other things. They had to make revisions to their hardware because of the scarcity of parts, so they can order in pieces of the hardware to produce the final product. As we progress and accomplish goals in the production phase of manufacturing, we want to share one of our recent achievements as we navigate our initial release date of 2022. The production phase of manufacturing. That's kind of a weird sentence there. I don't quite understand that. Isn't manufacturing the production of the product? Like, that doesn't make sense. These are the pilot production plastics used for the final verification of mass production. Man, they keep using the word production. Tooling set up for a vintage woodgrain edition. This tooling will be used in our initial run with our contract manufacturer, giving the manufacturing team an opportunity to validate various assembly and quality control processes in preparation for mass production. To me, I thought this kind of looks like a vinyl sticker on there, but I guess it looks okay. It's kind of odd that it's in such a dark photo. I also find it weird that instead of focusing on the main white console, like the one that they're going to produce in, apparently millions of numbers, why they're showing just the wood grain one off first. It's kind of weird. Like, I would think that for investors, they'd rather see the white one, like the one that's going to be hitting the retail stores, being shown off, then all the tooling for that being complete, more so than the special edition one. It's weird. Also, showing the first thing you're showing off is wood grain. Like, what about the internals? I think that's more important than the externals. Okay, so they're going to the live reactions. So they talk about the Utah Thanksgiving points. So hundreds of people came out to play. Was there hundreds of people? I don't know about that. For the first time in October at a big event we held in partnership with the Museum of Natural Curiosity at Thanksgiving Point in Utah. Definitely Tommy writing this in partnership. So renting out a space in a building is a partnership. That's quite. I guess I've had partnerships at like different venues that I've rented out. Thanksgiving Point is known to be one of the most popular hubs for families in the area, and we were thrilled to work with them to put on such a successful event. I won't go through the video, but my memories of this video is predominantly older men from like 40 to 50 to 60 years old there. Not a whole lot of families. We also held a few events in Boston in November. We covered that in one of my previous streams. Although smaller in nature, these events saw many families and popular gaming influencers trying out Amico for the first time. I guess Saggy Melons and the target group are considered popular gaming influencers. I know there was a Vera Dark who is like, I don't know, like a D-level influencer. It's not. I didn't see any like million sub count people at that event. And then, of course, this is definitely the video to watch. It's the unbiased Panda Sub video where he goes out of his way to say that he is not biased, which makes it hard to, trust the guy. When someone has to say something in advance, usually it means the complete opposite. I don't usually drink this much, but this time I will, and then they chug like a bottle. I don't know. The video, is well put together. I will say this is probably, well, this is better put together and scripted than anything that Intellivision officially puts out. But I'm pretty sure most people who watch the video who are fully unaware of the Amico will have their red flags set up, because when he's talking about how the controller melts into his hands and it's the greatest thing in the world, and then when you see what it is, it's kind of hard to buy it. So they ask you to sign up to their mailing lists. Deep Dive Series. This winter, we also launched a Deep Dive Series where myself and Chief Technology Officer John Alvarado walk you through an in-depth review of our games. Each Deep Dive takes a comprehensive look at individual Amico titles, providing viewers with history, insight, and tips and tricks about gameplay. Here are the first 4 that we released.
Hi, I'm Tommy Tallarico, and we are here at Intellivision with our Chief Technology Officer,
John Alvarado,
and his wonderful mustache, and his wonderfully curly mustache. All right, step right up and gander at the wax-filled mustache. Commanding an epic mustache there, I'll tell you.
I don't know about a comprehensive look at these titles. We won't go through them, but if you've already watched them, it's drawn out videos where Tommy is just talking a mile a minute, trying to sell the game, because the game on itself is just boring if you just watch it. It's not very stimulating, most of those games. So they have Astro Smash, Shark, Missile Command, which was a complete disaster, and Armor Battle, Tank Battle. So it's not battle tanks anymore. A couple of people on Reddit, and I think so elsewhere, said, why didn't they bring up in this update about the controversy with the stolen assets? Well, clearly they're not going to do that. But it is funny, though. And the latest video we released at the end of the year was a sneak peek video of our user interface. And watch my video about that, because it's not even, well, I guess it is a sneak peek, so he doesn't claim it's final, but it definitely is really rough looking. In Q4 of 2021, we also revealed our limited collector's box edition physical products, which will be sold at retail. And they don't say where it's being sold at retail, and I can't imagine anyone shelving this or putting it on the shelf. I can see them shelving it, but it currently can be purchased as bundles directly from Intellivision, so I guess you can't still buy them in single copies yet. We have created a really unique and fun way to collectors to enjoy their games, as well as giving us in-store retail presence to consumers. And that was garbage too. We already went through that. Please make sure to subscribe. So they still haven't talked about the internals and when this game, like when the system's coming out. Like, these are nice to see, but what about, is this coming out in a couple months, in a year? Once again, he's asking people to subscribe to the YouTube channel. Guy kind of looks like Plankton a bit. Interesting. One of our main goals is Intellivision has always been to build a platform and games that everyone can enjoy, no matter what your skill level or interest in video games. This fundamental goal has driven everything from our hardware and controller design to our user interface, as well as the game graphics and gameplay experiences. So it's always great to see fans of Amico doing reaction videos to our games with their non-gamer significant others. Here's a couple from UK who give their in-depth reactions to our Amico deep dives and videos. Oh, this guy is such a shield. This guy is terrible. Like, this guy, aside from his wife showing her rack in the videos, he's just awful. He's one of the worst. And I think I'll cut into this clip, proof that this lady is not not naive to video games, because I've seen him and her play games like classic NES games, and he always gives a shtick like, oh, she's never held a controller before, and the Amico's the first time she's seen this, and this is brand new, which is all a lie. So I'll cut that into here. So lower down, they have Intellivision Amico Club on Facebook. We started a private Facebook group. Hey, I wonder why they started a private Facebook group. Whatever happened to the Atari age? And why is there no Discords? And why is there no official forums? Why is it a private Facebook group? That seems weird. We started our private Facebook group where thousands of fans have signed up already to have daily conversations about Amico. It's a positive, lighthearted, fun-filled, drama-free group. It's weird that he put drama-free. To celebrate anything Intellivision related, including the original system, which turned 42 years old on December 3rd. You can join here to this private group where we, moderate who can come in and not, and what they can say. I'm not part of the Facebook group, and apparently there's like 2,000 fans, but there's only like 5 messages per day on the group. There's not much conversation or discussion. Meanwhile, if you go to the Playdate Discord or other places, or like Steam Deck or anything like that, there's tons of like community discussions. So it says Best Buy Canada pre-orders sold out, and he capitalized sold out to make sure everyone sees that. This past October, Best Buy announced pre-orders for Intellivision Amico on their website. The Best Buy author of the article stated, it's a blog, stated on Twitter that the entire Best Buy Canada pre-order allocated stock had sold out within 48 hours. So John Scar is a known Amico shill, so his word, can't really take it for what it is. They don't say how many pre-orders. Like, you think if they had 1,000 or 10,000 or 5,000, say all 5,000 sold out within minutes or 48 hours, it could be something like 20 units. This is, Best Buy, just like Walmart, on their online portal, they host products on there, but it's not like Best Buy is actually purchasing the product. They're just doing it kind of like as a third-party site for other, private dealers. So this means nothing at all. And why don't they mention the pre-orders, the total pre-orders worldwide? Because it's 6,000, which is low. The official Intellivision FAQ updated. Unfortunately, in this day and age of the internet and social media, there's a lot of misinformation out there about products, and Amico is no exception. He's the one who provides the misinformation. Tommy's the one who always tells the lies, and people just repeat what he says or calls him out on it, and then he gets mad. In order to ensure that all the latest information and facts can be viewed in one centralized location, we have updated, expanded, and added to the FAQ section of our website. You can check it out at that link there. I like how it took him weeks or months to update the FAQ. You would think that this would be updated like as soon as they get the information, so there is no, I'm not going to use that word again, what. But he's the one who, I just find it hilarious. Like, he's the one who spreads the lies, and it could be all squashed easily if they just provide, clear information on their site. So lower down they have press and media. Here are some of our favorite press and media mentions from Q4 2021. Let's see how many North American stuff they have. Here's a hands-on first impression from Eurogamer and two of their German female reviewers. Eurogamer is one of the biggest gaming websites in Europe and Germany, and blah, blah, blah. Well, this is like a subsidiary of the big Eurogamer. This isn't the main site. We made the front page of the website, and gals mentioned in their byline, anyone who misses the Nintendo Wii will make friends with Amico. What about the M magazine review, which is also a German site, a bigger German site than this one, that I, once again, check out my video for that, which I go over it, which crapped on the Amico. That's your only site? In fall and winter of 2021, we continue to be highlighted on both AARP website and their magazine. That's hilarious. And the blurb in the magazine, I don't have it, I should have it open, is like a tiny little box where it says the Amico is coming out. It has nothing else, and the whole article talks about Nintendo and how great it is. I like how he references that. This is hilarious. And once again, clearly I'm not going to bring up the Ars Technica stuff, but Ars Technica gets, I forget what it was, like 30 million visitors per month or something like that. It gets, their bigger articles, gets hundreds of thousands of views on the articles, and the Amico made front page for that just a couple days ago. No mention of that. Of course, they won't mention it because what investor sees that, they're not going to be too happy. Okay, so he's talking about some Italian GamePro magazine. So these are some pretty obscure stuff. Where's the magazines from the United States or Canada or England? Imagine FX magazine, something that no one has read. Oh my god, we're at the end. Thank you as always for your support and patience. The team here is doing everything in its power to create a successful launch of the Amico. As soon as we have a more firm release and shipping date, we will make sure that you all are some of the first people to know. Why wouldn't they be the first people to know? We couldn't have come this far without you. Well, clearly, because it's their money that's funding them. And we look forward to a successful 2022. That's terrible, man. Like, there's no hardware updates whatsoever on the machine. The last updates that they've had is, they were short some hardware and it was difficult in acquiring it. Why do they not have specifics saying, hey, we are missing this component of the screen. We can't get it anymore, so we are going to revise the hardware, which will cause a delay for 6 months, and use this other part from some other supplier. Like, there's nothing there. That's terrible, man. Like, these people, some of those people have invested like 30, 40, 50 grand, and their update is, as soon as we have some information, we'll let you know, but here's some crappy YouTube videos and a couple obscure magazines that were featured in. That's all the update was. Yikes. Like, how do they not have a clue or like a clear path? Like, when Playdate had their issues, and their issues were far lesser than this. The delay was caused because they had bad batteries. They had that final product in hand in North America. They tested them, and that's when they found out the batteries sucked. So then they had to do a revision on the board, send the batteries away, or send the units away, wait for the new units to get redesigned, come back. And they've done all this in that same period of time that Amico has no updates. These people are the ones that are funding my dream. I would be giving them, A+ support or service. This is bad. And if you go to the FAQ, it still shows Q1 2022 as the targeted release date. And we have Chinese New Year occurring shortly. Clearly, they've just showed plastics. Like, they don't have a final model or anything. Clearly, they're like many months away. So there's no indication here to the investors that, well, you're not going to see a return probably, if you're lucky, at the end of this year. This is really bad. So if you scroll down, you start with Jeff Tarzia. Awesome seeing this come together. Can't wait to have mine at home. Blah, blah, blah. And it's Smash DT. Of course he's going to say that. Great jobs. And Tommy responds. Great update. Tommy responds. Love this update. Tommy responds. Awesome update. Tommy responds. Thanks for the update. Quick question. Are you holding investor funds in escrow for the time being pending the company being a position to launch the gaming system? Just want to make sure that we don't end up in a situation where the funds are drained to zero in 2 years while waiting for supply chain chip issues to resolve. Thanks. No response. Oh, shocking. He has all the time in the world to respond to these people up until this guy. And it has 6 likes. Tommy, can you provide any information about a new projected release date or any explanation on why the goal of shipping pre-orders by the end of the year was not met? No response. It's because it's not saying, Tommy, you're the best. Excellent job. Then of course he responds right away. I understand that there has been difficult issues and setbacks. Why the game's not available yet? What is the new date of when the games will be in stores for purchase? No response. Thanks for the updates. We need new dates of launch and convert of securities, please. Anyways, so, of course, Tommy, you would think this is a big update. These people invested how many millions of dollars? $11 million have been invested by these folks. Tons of money invested. You would think after providing a big update, your first big update since August of 2021, that you'd have someone on staff ready to reply to these messages. It doesn't have to be Tommy. It should be actually somebody else, somebody who knows what they're doing. But no, they just have the update, throw the update, don't answer the actual hard questions. So in conclusion, this update was terrible. It had absolutely nothing for the investors. You would think that they would have some hardware updates, but no, nothing. They showed wood paneling. The deep dive videos were terrible. You would think that they would have families playing the game instead of just John and Tommy, but nope. And the games they showed were like Missile Command, not Moon Patrol. Missile Command, Astro Smash, Battle Tanks. Those are not really like family-friendly games. They need more like Shark games. Bizarre choice. They had no media coverage. There's no information on when this is coming out. If I was an investor, I'd be pretty disappointed that there's nothing here. So there we have it. I have nothing else to say. Leave comments on what you think, and I'll see you next video.